Hey, Josh and Tommy back to do another review. We're with Watch Hill Proper. We are going to take a look this week at Peerless Toasted Bourbon. So this is a new release that came out in April, late March, early April of 2024. So that's where we are now recording this. It is toasted bourbon at 111.1 proof, batch number 1. So I'd say for them, that's pretty much foolproof. Like,
yeah, they seem to be right around that area, and it's getting
because they've got a low.
It's getting to where we starting to like that proof at 110, 120. You know.
Yeah, well, their barrel entry is probably in that ballpark, I would assume.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it's somewhere right around there.
100, some low in the hundreds.
Yeah.
So this is they did a double oaked a year or two back with their bourbon and rye. So this one's just toasted. Yeah. Let's see. Sweet mash.
Yeah, we're fans of Peerless. We've
Yep.
had a lot of interaction with Corky and Caleb and Cordell, and so they, we know those guys pretty well.
Yeah.
We know that they're making, if you haven't been to Peerless, especially if you live in this town, you got to make a visit to 10th Street. That's
so
just
Cordell and Caleb left to do their own thing. And
I think they're still there, though, aren't they?
no, I think.
Oh, have they officially made the depart? Okay.
First of 2024.
Oh, okay. Okay.
They left, so it's still Corky and Carson, his son.
Yeah. Great guys.
Yeah.
They come in here and hang out, and so yeah, both good guys.
So, but yeah, it's a must visit stop if you come to Louisville. It's,
for sure.
It's a small distillery that not all the Rick House and the distillery is all kind of right there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Inside, beautiful little tasting room upstairs. A couple of tasting rooms actually.
Yeah.
So
it's cool.
Really cool spot downtown. But anyway, so this is everything they do sweet mash. They're calling it barrel proof, so that fits. I'm sure they didn't cut this at all. It just is what it is when it came out. So 111.1 is where we're at. Sweet mash means everything's going to be slightly different, but if this is a blend, I would say all of batch 1 is going to be a consistent. It's all going to taste the same. So on the nose, I hate doing nose. The empty glass is so much better.
Yeah, this is a little muted, just a little bit for me. It's a good nose, but having problem anything.
All I can tell you is it's a bourbon.
Yeah, yeah.
Nothing stands out on
Nothing
the nose
does.
right now.
It's a very, kind of generic-y bourbon nose.
But it's a strong nose. It's not hard to find. It's in there. I'm getting a lot of alcohol though. And there's the toast. That's good.
Man. So, to me, it is so different from other toasted bourbons. It's right there. As soon as you take the sip, you don't have to wait for it. It's not like the end or mid palate. Hello, toast. Here I am.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Man, that's
I
good.
got it right out of the gate. But there is nothing off with this at all.
No, man, that's good.
Yeah. It's good from front to mid to back. That's a solid pour.
Yeah.
And I bet, I think this is like $90. No, it might be a little more than that. Might be right around 100. It's 100-ish. And you can usually get, I think they sold out of this first batch. But they had it at the distillery for several weeks available. You could order it online, pick it up. I think they might even be shipping to certain states.
Yeah, man, that does not suck at all. It's very tasty, start to finish. I think if there has been something that has been brought up, what critique, criticism, however you want to say it, with Peerless is that they have maintained, that 90 to 100 to 129 price point. And, some people look at that as too expensive. Other people looking at valuing your product. So I'm not mad at them for it. That it's their business, and if they keep making stuff like this, I get it. I understand.
I mean, if we go back in history, I think when Peerless first hit the market, they were charging, at that time, they were above what most people were charging. They were in the 69 to 79 range
They were.
for their standard.
Right out of the gate.
Right out of the gate. And it was not, I don't think it lived up to that price. It was early. They were in the 3-year-old product, maybe, if I remember. And I think a lot of people initially saw that as well, they're overpriced or whatever. But now, if they're in that price range, you're getting a good solid pour.
For sure.
And the rest of the bourbon market's caught up to them, because find something for less than $70 that you can count on day in and day out.
Yeah, this is stellar. And, there again, it's valuing your product, and I think they always have. I think their rye was always a little ahead of the game from the bourbon.
Yeah.
And now, I'm going to tell you what, that is
well,
one
we did a
solid
barrel
pour.
pick with them with their bourbon. Well, we did a rye and a bourbon, but I'm thinking of the bourbon pick that we did with them 18 months ago.
About that.
It's still one of my go-tos.
Yeah, it's good.
It's so good.
It's good.
Their bourbon. That was a straight bourbon. This is toasted, and it's good.
It is. That's very solid. Very, very solid.
On the nose, on the empty glass, it's toasted.
It is.
It's got that s'mores flavor.
It's still solid. It's a solid nose. When I first had it in my glass, when it was full, it was a little muted, and now I've really got it. It certainly does have the toasted nose.
Yeah.
But it's good.
It's a toasted nose. The palate, so on the nose, what, 8?
I would go 8, solid 8. And taste to me is 8.5, 8.6. I think
I can get there.
Yeah, I mean,
It's probably a little higher than I'd have given it.
8.5.
Probably 8.3, 8.4 for me.
It's a little surprising for me to give that to this whiskey. I would not have thought of a toasted bourbon that I would have been that high, but to me, this is about as good a toasted as I've had. And I love me some EC toasted, but this is really good. I would say 8.4, 8.5. I go 8.5 on the taste. You might bring me down a little bit.
It's good.
It is. It's really good.
Like I said, from usually, I don't know the age of this, but usually there's not there's something off somewhere along the line, whether it's on the front, the mid, or the back.
Yeah.
There's nothing off.
This
is solid all the way through.
The initial taste to me is better than the finish. I think it finishes really strong, 8.2, 8.3 for me. But that initial taste, when you're looking for that sweet, you're trying to find out what else it's gonna bring. It hit me very good, and that's why I think the 8.5. On the finish, it is a solid finish, but it's not to me as good as, which is really weird for me, because usually the front palate is not where I get the majority of my grade. I want to see that back palate and that finish. This one, to me, was really on the front palate. Hit me with the toast, hit me with the 111, hit me with, as I got it. So
yeah.
I'd be 8.5 on the taste, and I'd probably be an 8.3 on the finish.
I'm game for that.
Yeah.
So where are we at?
I think it's a solid 8.2 or 8.3.
I'd say 8.3.
Yeah, I think it's a very solid. You got to get this. I mean, I think that there have been, like I said, some people who thought their price point was off. This is not off.
No.
This price point is on.
No. And it's going to be a little more than their standard release just because of the second toasting.
It's good.
Yeah, first batch, they nailed it.
It needs to be on your shelf.
They nailed it.
Yeah, they did. They did, and
Yeah.
you know, and when I'm gonna tell you right now, when this batch is up to 9 and 10, they'll be trying to find one.
Oh, for sure.
They will be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Because they're
original batch one.
You know, our only thing I think that you and I have had plenty of discussions with is that, you know, can they keep producing this, or is what they have of this, that's going to be it? Because they do work off of a sweet mash. And so it's like, you know, I used to ask Caleb that, and Caleb was like, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You know, he was like, he was confident. So, you know, they're not using the old 200-year method of sour mash. They are using sweet mash or water mash, whatever you want to call it, which could lead to it being a little bit different. And I think that Peerless, for the most part, has thrived on that.
I was going to say, and I think the whiskey world's caught up to them from that standpoint. I think, me personally, I like going to batch 2 or batch 3, batch 4, and having it being a little bit different. Something new.
Yeah,
it's like,
I think you're going to.
you know what I mean? Because now, like, from a marketing perspective, you know, hey, you need to buy batch 2 because it's different than batch 1.
Yeah,
you know,
but I mean, is all of batch 1? You think all of batch 1 is complete?
I do.
So what?
I think that was a
there's-
blend.
Okay.
I would assume all of batch 1 is going to be 111.1 proof,
And
all
then they'll move
blended
on.
together.
Okay.
All going to be consistent. But then batch 2 is going to be, hey,
Yeah,
might be a little different.
People will chase this one. They will chase this when it gets up to even 4 and 5, 5 and 6. They'll look back and they'll wish that they had bought a couple bottles of one. It's good.
that's solid.
Yeah.
For sure. So that's our thoughts on Peerless Toasted Bourbon. So go get you a bottle.
Yep.
See you next time.
See ya. Hey guys, I'm Tommy. This is Josh. We're the owners of Watch Hill Proper. We are the largest American whiskey bar in the world. We're located in Louisville, Kentucky. We'd love for you guys to come out and visit us. We offer, elevated cuisine, great cocktail list, and the wall is what people show up to see.
Definitely can satisfy your palate from standpoint of whiskeys, different bourbons, different flights. You can make your own, but we have wines, cocktails. Michael Crouch is our chef.
I was going to say,
amazing food. So we'd love to have you come out and visit. Join us for dinner. Join us for a tasting. Check us out on the website, watchhillproper.com. You can make reservations. You can see our events that we have on the calendar, and we'd love to have you.